From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Second and 6. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go. It's Patterson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
On second down, Cook. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. This defense for the Bengals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
They'll run with Patterson. And some space here. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 20. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. These 2 teams all tied after 1. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Straight ahead, Patterson.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it, when you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Patterson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Now they send a man in motion right.
They'll try again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Darius Slayton,
a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and inches. Burrow. This will be caught once again by Brown.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow will throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They go play action with Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Falcons.
KJ Hamler.
75 yards. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Burrow's throw complete there to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Burrow on play action. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this one is incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he was at Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Kill. 11 mighty. 11 son.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon, and now look to throw. Flushed out right, and that is incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
In motion comes the tight end left. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And now off to the races down the right side.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Dalvin Cook halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
Play action. It's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Burrow going for it on 4th. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against him.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Back to Mixon on first down. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's make these babies crawl the way back home. Switch. Check 13. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Shift. Slam. 11 Thomas. Check 55.
They go to Johnson again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Bengals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without. About
the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's got some space here.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Again, it's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They give to Johnson going right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here we go.
2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Right 80. Legs hook. 11 Thomas. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Here's Burrow.
This will be caught by Brown.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Burrow eluding the pressure right. Got a man. It's Brown. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Throwing, Burrow.
He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Now Burrow.
He finds his man, complete. It's Brown.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Come on, ready? Check back 33. Let's go. Back.
Johnson running right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Crunch. 11. Check hot. Switch. Jim.
They'll give it to Mixon. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
This one complete to Scott Miller. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
10 cycles.
He'll look to throw. This to possibly force OT.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a